Alright, hello, this is Kaisei from WhaToDoJapan. Do you guys even know what we're doing? WhaToDoJapan is a YouTube channel that makes videos about Japan. But that's not our only goal that we're trying to get. Our goal is to essentially make Japan a more tourist-friendly place. First, I want to talk about who we are and what we do. First of all, WhaToDoJapan is a website. It's not a YouTube channel, it's actually a website. You can click the link below in the description to go to the website. If you go to the website, I think you'll understand what we're trying to do. Basically, tourists that come to Japan are very concentrated in areas, especially main cities like Kyoto or Tokyo or Osaka. These places need to be more spread out. So the goal of WhaToDoJapan is to make these concentrated cities less concentrated. To do this, we made a YouTube channel, which is this YouTube channel. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. It's right there. There's a red button, just click it. The purpose of WhaToDoJapan, the YouTube channel, is to essentially introduce rural areas in Japan that no one knows about and concentrates some of the tourists that go to these main cities. So that's essentially what we do. And we are a bunch of college students trying to make this goal happen. We're not scary people. We just are trying to do what's fun, and we're trying to make Japan a more accessible, tourist-friendly place. So for this video, we want to introduce a very fun aspect about Japanese language, which is the English in Japanese language. The English in Japanese language is very, very weird and used incorrectly, but that's what language in other languages is all about. So I'm going to introduce maybe like 10 words that are in the Japanese language that are originally English. Hopefully you understand what I mean. Alright. So these words are actually called Wasei Eigo. Wasei means that they're Japanized. These words are Japanized. So they're made in Japan, basically. They're made to fit the Japanese language. So these words are weird. They're weird. They're really weird. But if an American hears these words, I'm pretty sure they won't understand it. But between Japanese people, these English words make sense. So it's really weird. But I'm going to introduce some of these. So first, American dog. What is an American dog? Well, an American dog, or American dog in Japanese accents, is a corn dog. Yes, it's a corn dog. That's it. I think the only real reason why it's called an American dog is because it's from America. That's it. Alright. Next one. Ice. So if a Japanese person says ice, it usually means ice cream. Okay, it's not talking about like ice cubes. It's talking about just ice cream or a popsicle stick. Why is this? Well, in the Japanese language, there's Chinese characters. These Chinese characters are essentially like the main language that it comes from. So if things like ice cubes already have a Chinese character designated to it, it's okay to make things shorter and mean something else. For example, Japanese people say ice cream, but shortening ice cream all the way down to ice doesn't change the meaning of anything because there's already a Chinese character that means ice in Japanese. So Japanese people who really like to make things short just says ice to mean ice cream. Alright, next one. So the next word is Viking or biking in a Japanese accent. Viking is essentially a buffet. Supposedly it was named after the restaurant Imperial Viking in the Imperial Hotel in Japan. This was the first restaurant to serve a buffet-style meal in Japan. The restaurant was named after a US film called The Vikings. I guess the first restaurant that did buffet was called Viking. So now everybody calls it Viking. If you say buffet or buffet in a Japanese accent, if you say buffet to a Japanese person, they'll actually understand it. They know it's basically the same thing as Viking. You could actually use either one if you want to communicate where the Viking is in Japan. All right, next one. The next one is bike. So when an American person says bike, it basically means a bicycle. But when a Japanese person says it, it means motorbike or motorcycle. The reason why is because, again, this is the same thing as the ice example. The ice cubes already have a Chinese character associated with it. That's the same with bicycle. So bicycle already has Chinese characters associated with it. So you can actually make motorcycle or motorbike smaller or make it more compact and call it bike. So that's why bike means a motorcycle in Japanese. All right, next one. Let's go with a very, very recent word, which is menhera or mental health. It's a shortened word for mental health. Mental health or menhera is actually used by a lot of young Japanese people, and the reason why is because it's used in a lot of romantic relationships. The English meaning of mental health is completely different with what menhera means, but menhera basically means, or basically describes a person that is overly attached to their significant other. I don't know why they call it menhera, but I don't know why they changed the definition of mental health completely. When you call someone menhera, it means they're overly attached to their significant other. All right, next one. The next word is wanchan. You probably won't understand what wanchan means in English because wanchan sounds like a Chinese word, but it's actually a shortened word for one chance. If you could think about what one chance means, if you could really think about what one chance means, you probably could understand what the meaning is. But basically it means that there's a chance for it to happen. For example, just using it in a sentence, one chance is, for example, it may be easier to just use it in a sentence. There's one chance that we may win this tournament. It's kind of like that. Using one chance is like that. We don't say one chance, we just shorten it and say wanchan. Alright, next one. The next word is fight. A lot of Japanese people actually make a mistake with this word. A lot of Japanese people say fight, not meaning to actually make people fight, but it's actually meaning like break a leg or try your best. When you say fight to a Japanese person, you're just making them happy. Alright, we could do like a few more, maybe like 3 more. The next word is donmai. Donmai is actually a shortened word for don't mind. It's the English equivalent of please don't mind your mistakes. I actually like this word. This word is a really good word, but it's actually used in a wrong way if you compare it to the English language. But basically, donmai means to say please don't mind your mistakes. It's especially used in like sports because instead of telling them you're bad or by scolding them for their mistakes, we just like to say let's refresh our minds a bit and start off new, and we say don't mind. So don't mind your mistakes. This is what don't mind means. Alright, and then let's do like 2 more. The next word is veteran. Veteran is the English word for veteran is veteran. Veteran is used most in, I think, in the army, but Japanese people use veteran in any work situation. So if you have like a part-time job, or if you work in a company, this word comes up everywhere. This word is usually used to describe someone that has worked in this business for a very, very long time. I think it's the same as veterans who work in the army, but usually the word veteran is only used in the army, but in Japan it's used everywhere. And the last one, high tension. When you hear high tension, you think there's strong tension between two people or something like that. High tension does not mean the tension between people, but it means being very, very excited, being very enthusiastic about things. So it's basically an expression, emotional expression of someone. High tension or tension, just the word tension, means your enthusiasm level or excitement level. So if you have high tension, you're very enthusiastic. If you have low tension, it means that you're not excited, you're dull, you're not really happy. Tension is used in a weird way. So this video has come to an end. Hopefully you were able to learn something about Wasei Eigo. So Wasei Eigo is a very fun topic to talk about. There's a lot more, there's way more than I was able to introduce in this video, but hopefully you were able to learn something about Japanese language. Don't forget to click the subscribe button if you haven't. Thank you for watching this video.